Again, you have heard that it was said to those of old, 'Do not falsely pledge, but give to the Lord your oath.' But I say to you, do not at all pledge, neither by the heaven, because it is God's throne, nor by the earth, because it is the stool of his feet, nor unto Jerusalem, because it is the city of the great King." Matthew 33 through 35. Leviticus 19:12 instructs Israel not to make false pledges or profane the name of God. Because the Israelites were forbidden from taking the Lord's name in vain, Exodus 20:7, oath-taking was a serious religious matter governed by the Torah. The Pharisees, adhering strictly to tradition, distinguished the validity of oaths based on their object. For example, swearing by the temple was considered insignificant, but swearing by the gold of the temple obligated fulfillment. Matthew 23:16. Similarly, an oath by the altar did not require fulfillment, whereas an oath by the gift on the altar did. Matthew 23:17. In Jesus' teachings on his kingdom, individuals are instructed to honor their commitments without relying on objects to validate their sincerity. Matthew 5:37. Instead, a simple affirmation or denial should be treated as binding, and one's word should be honored accordingly. Similarly, James instructs the church regarding the integrity of speech. Believers are to ensure that their yes means yes and their no means no. James 5:12. Failure to honor one's word results in judgment by those who are outside the church. Ephesians 4:29 instructs Christians to avoid rotten speech. Although such language may not appear harmful initially, it often lacks integrity and conceals its true intent. For instance, some assert that the church has become Israel or that believers are spiritual Jews, using these claims to justify applying scriptures intended for Israel, such as Matthew chapters 5 through 7 to the church. Teaching Matthew as a means of attaining righteousness reflects a pursuit of self-derived righteousness and is an example of rotten speech. Adhering to the Beatitudes as a legal standard results in spiritual bondage rather than freedom, as it establishes a basis for judging one's worthiness before God. This perspective is prevalent in Reformed and covenant theology, where self-imposed religious works are fundamentally flawed. A mature Christian demonstrates self-control in speech. James 1:26. Such a person's words are characterized by grace, offering benefit irrespective of the recipient's response, and are intended for edification. Ephesians 4:29. These words serve to preserve and ensure that the Christian responds appropriately, reflecting their identity in Christ. Colossians 4:6. If one must swear by something to guarantee the fulfillment of a promise, this behavior mirrors that of the Pharisees, who would swear by the temple rather than its gold to avoid honoring their commitments. As Christians, it is essential that our words remain truthful and that we remain faithful to them, as our focus is on things above and our lives reflect our identity in Christ. Visit www.thechristianlife.org today to explore more grace-filled teachings, Bible studies, and resources that will strengthen your walk in the freedom of Christ.